Alright guys, welcome back to the island. We're back on the community server, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do today, but then as I was scouting around, I did come across a pretty decent level Rhinogothia, so I think we're going to try to tame one of those. This will only be the second time that I've tamed one, if I manage to do it. So I'm not very well versed at it. I know you got to have the cravings, which I do have most of the things. Unfortunately, if it's a Giga egg or a Karcha egg, I don't have those. So hopefully it doesn't ask for those. But besides that, I think I have most of the other things that it might be craving. I have the pheromone, so we're good there. I have a pretty good level Bronto that I bred up. So I think we're about as good as I can get for attempting to do this. Again, I've only done this twice. The first time I did it too, it wasn't even I knew nothing about it, so I knew. Oh, I should say the only part I knew is that you had to do the pheromone thing, and you had to sacrifice one of your creatures. But I don't think I had a good creature for it. I don't think I had a good level Rhino, and I also didn't have all the craving stuff. So I was definitely not near as prepared as I think I am this time. But we'll find out. Like I said, I've really never done this successfully. I guess we should put it that way. So we're going to give it a shot, and we'll see how it goes. The first thing, we'll see if we can even find it. I think it was like a 110, so not like max level or anything, but a pretty decent one. And again, since I don't even know how this is going to go, I didn't want to really wait too much longer and like wait until I had like a 150 or 145 or something like that. I figure let's try it on one that if I totally botch it, it's not the biggest deal, and we'll get some practice here. If we do a good job, then we know we're ready if we find a better one. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. I brought the Quetzal just because I don't know what we're gonna need or want when we're out and about. Plus, I don't know if I can get the baby to crawl up on the platform. We might be able to like take it back home or something, or at least fly up into safety. Because the problem is they always end up hatching in the swamps. I think because of our like baby maturation rates or whatever, our egg hatching rates. I think it's gonna go pretty quick. So in case that happens, I just figured the Quetzal cage thing here might be a good idea for keeping it safe. But again, I don't know. Like I said, I only did this once, semi-unsuccessfully, so we'll just have to see. So I did see it somewhere around here. We'll have to keep our eye out, because it was actually yesterday night. I don't know, it might not even still be here. Who knows? Let's start keeping our eye out for the little fluttering wings, because I know they usually are pretty easy to spot because their wings are so crazy. Hardest part will be just being on this Quetzal cage. We might fly down on our Argent and just leave our Quetzal cage up in the air, so it's something we can go get. At least from my testing the other day, it seems like it'll stay floating. I remember on ASE it used to land, but it seems like it might stay floating this time around. So maybe I'll test that theory. I don't really want to lose this, but kind of want to test it and just see what happens. I have other Quetzals at home, so I can breed another one if some problem occurs. All right, so let's see. So we got the Argent, which is what we're gonna pop out. This will be the tricky part. I gotta pop it out without throwing him off the platform, I guess. All right, let's see what happens. If I fly away from you, are you gonna stay? Let's mark that Quetzal, because we might we're gonna have to find our way back here eventually. So let's just get it marked sooner rather than later. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna use a Bronto, but we need to track down the Rhino first and make sure it's even here. I wonder if you could use windmills on maps that have wind. I mean, obviously, I know they were designed and released for Scorched Earth, but I think if you have the engram unlocked, like we use easy engrams. Oh, on the Kets? I gotcha. Well, the Ket, so naturally, the Kets isn't on Scorched Earth, so not usually, but I would say if because of the way, if you did like clustered transfer, or in our case, we have easy engrams, so we actually have the Scorched Earth stuff. I haven't tried that, but I would assume it probably does work. Unless it doesn't let you place it down, I guess. We'd have to see. If you can place it, I'm sure it would probably work. What's up, Wyatt? How you doing? What map? This is I was just reading the rest of your question there. This is just the island. This is our community server that I have for our my TikTok and Patreon subscribers. This is just a PvE server that I threw up a few weeks, probably about a month ago. So, or now it's actually been a while now. And then, what is the color mutation on the RG? I don't think I totally found it like this. It does have some mutations. I guess the easiest way here, if you really want to know like the colors, let me land real quick. We'll use the super spyglass, and you can see like the actual color breakdown. If I could land. I'm sorry, on your side you won't be able to see it because on TikTok it cuts it off. But the colors, I guess, if you're looking for that kind of pinkish color, it's 223 is the number. I wish I could show that. I know it's cut off on the screen there. But 223 is the pinkish color. 63 and 35 are like two of the middle colors. Region 3 and Region 4. Region 5 is 77, and Region 6 is 41. I can actually, here, maybe this will be helpful. I'll just do this in order, like the region order. So I'm going to type it in chat. 3. If that helps or not. If it doesn't, no worries. But if you wanted it, that's what the breakdown is. The colors in order. I don't know if that shows it. It might show it somewhere else on the screen too. I'm just used to using my spyglass. What's up, Franken? How you doing? Yeah, like it doesn't show here or anything, so. Anyways, let's go look for that rhino. Yeah, so I might have gotten one of the colors because I did have a bunch of different RGs that we bred together to get all the best stats. So it could have been a mix of different ones we found in the wild, but then it does also have mutations. So I honestly don't know where all the colors originated from. A mix of creatures and probably mutations. Irritated mostly. Why are you irritated? What's going on? There is the Rhino Gothia. Thanks, Wyatt. I appreciate that. Yeah, for anybody that's just hopped in, we're going for Rhino Gothia. I saw I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right, but we had one. I saw one yesterday that was a 110 female. I already had a pheromone. I had most of the stuff for the cravings. The only thing I'm missing is a Karcha and a Giga egg. So my hope is that it doesn't ask for that. How did you get the lighting to not be so flashy? Deadeye, the only thing I could think of is if you don't have like everything turned up, you seem to have the flashiness. And I say that because on this computer, I can turn everything pretty much maxed out. And it always looks pretty darn good. What's up, White Shadow? How are you? But on I have a gaming laptop that is a little bit older, and I have to turn some stuff down, and I do get all that flashing. So it's definitely one of the settings, and I think it does it even more so if you turn off the clouds and the fog. I noticed it even worse. So I don't know if you do those commands, that might be part of it, or it could just be, like I said, your mix of settings if you turn anything down. Irritated you haven't been playing Borderlands 1? Oh, all right. All right, that rhino was around here, and now I'm not seeing it. I don't know how far they travel. Like, this is around where I saw it yesterday. I can usually hear it and see it, but got 2 caves done today. Nice. And 1 last night. Good job, White Shadow. Congratulations. Yeah, we knocked out quite a few caves over the last couple days, too. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. I went on a run with my Barry. I'm not sure if you were on that night, but oh, there we go. I think we did like 6 or 7 caves in a row. And then we finished up the last couple, the last day or two now. And then we did the Gamma Brood Mother last night. So we did that too. So we accomplished quite a bit over the last few days here. All right. Trying to think how I want to handle this. Like I said, I have not done this but one time. And the one time was not very successful. I didn't get a good level out of it. I got it, but I didn't get a good level out of it. I didn't know all the things you had to do to try to get one. Kill some of this stuff because I want to sit down and get my Bronto out because that's where we're actually going to feed the pheromone to. God, the swamps are so dangerous, though. There's so much crap around here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that Mechanic. I don't know. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. I'm sorry. It comes, so it originally just had the island, then they added Scorched Earth, now they added the center, and then there's a roadmap for basically the next like almost 2 years of all the other maps that they're going to be releasing. But right now you just have the island, the center, Scorched Earth, and then there's a couple mod maps out too. So there's quite a bit, but not everything yet. But they will be here. They're all like scheduled to be coming out eventually. Let's try to whittle you down, maybe? I don't know. This might be a terrible idea. I don't, I know I gotta, like, get it down but not kill it. But I don't really want to use the Bronto to whittle it down, because I think that'll take too long. Where are you at? 1.1. I want to be real careful. I don't want to kill it. Alright, I'm probably going to try to switch it up just so that we don't go too late, I guess. Can I get you before he starts attacking me? Oh, you've been injured, of course you have. Alright, well, you're who I kind of wanted. How damaged are you? Oh, you still got a lot. It's getting lower. Let's feed the pheromone. Oh, I gotta get it off of my... this guy. Where is it? Pheromone. Pheromone. Okay, the pheromone's there. Oh, I'm my RG. Where'd you just come from, RG? How low is it? $314. It's gotta be pretty darn low, right? Come on, baby. Need to hit you like one more time. Do your thing. No? Is that not low enough? Jeez. Wait, did it do it? Are we... Oh, there we go. We got it. All right. Let's go. What's incubation time? Yes, this is what I meant. We don't have a ton of time, so let's try to get to as safe a place as we can, which on a Bronto is not going to be very fast. I'm going to get a little ways away, and then I think we're going to... Oh, and it doesn't help that our Argent's in the way here. Let's get on the Argent and have it follow us. Here, Argent. That way it doesn't run out of stam. Maybe? You gonna come? Come on, bud. Let's get moving. Sorry, I'm probably missing some comments down there. I apologize. I was paying obviously a little bit of attention. Yeah, so the Kets definitely seems to stay in the air now. Like I said, that didn't used to happen, from what I'm used to. On ASE, I felt like it always landed. Man, there's so many bugs and stuff around here. Dude, that Bronto, you were gonna kill me. Why aren't you coming? I think we're just gonna have to ride on it. I was hoping to have it keep its stam, but it is not following us very well. All right. Ah, the dang Argent. Oh, does it really say Karcha? Are you kidding me? I forgot you had to do these first, and the first one is frickin' Karcha. Oh my gosh, what a frickin' bummer, guys. That is the one of two things that I did not have. Gosh dang it. Well, like I said, at least it wasn't a 150 or something like that. So that just means it's gonna turn out pretty poopy, huh? From my understanding, if you don't do the cravings, definitely stinks. Well, we'll still get one just to have it. It's just, like I said, the level's probably gonna suck. Get out of here, Dire Bear. Yeah, the only two things I didn't have were Karcha and Giga. I had all the other things. I had all the kibbles. I had Quetzal eggs. I had all the foods. I had everything. Just the 2 frickin' eggs, and of course that's what it asks for. Oh well. It is what it is. Can't change it now, right? Come on, Bronto. I think there's another like level 60 or something, but I mean that's not gonna tame out very well either because it's so low. But man, what a bummer. I don't know the exact mechanics of it, so like I don't know how bad now it's gonna turn out because of that, but I know it's probably not good because I know a lot of the intention is to do all the cravings. The craving doesn't change, does it? I'm just stuck now because it's got the yeah, I think so. Hoping maybe it would time out and then ask for something different, but I don't think so. Archie, you're kind of driving me nuts there, but trying to make some progress. Man, I can't believe that was the first freaking one. Couldn't have even been like, I don't know, the second or third or something, so we got some of these points in, but gotta be the first request. Ah. Hey Ransom, we are trying to tame a Rhinogothia. Why did I just, oh, wait, was the time up? I didn't know the time was up. What the heck? Oh, now I'm like glitched. I thought I had a couple more minutes on it still. Yeah, level 37, fantastic. Gosh, that stinks, man. That stinks. Can we cryo you? Get you out of here. Oh, well. We're gonna have to try again when we find another higher level. Where did you go, RG? Come over here. Stat pile Bronto. What's that, Belove? If you're just saying have a good one, that's what that was. It was the bummer was I couldn't do any of the feedings because the only craving that it wanted was a Karcha egg, which was one of the only two of the things that I didn't have. Oh, that's like I said, it was a really good Bronto that I used. But like I said, the first craving was a Karcha egg, and the only things I didn't have were Karcha and Giga eggs. And that is unfortunately what it wanted. Oh, no worries, man. No worries at all. Honestly, I was making sure I even understood what you were saying because before you probably joined, I had said that was only my second attempt at doing one, so I am not very well versed in it, but I did have all the cravings that I could possibly bring were in my inventory other than those 2 eggs. And I did get a pretty good Bronto for it. I mean, the only good news is the Bronto is part of a breeding pair, so like I can breed another one. It's just yeah, it just stinks that it wanted something that of course I didn't have. Oh, wait a second. See if we can stay here. Yeah, because I had all the kibbles, I had the foods, I had black pearls, I had element, I had Quetzal eggs, honey, black pearls. I got everything else that I needed, but wasn't that lucky. Oh, you got a bunch of levels. That's because we had to switch out our berry the other night since we lost that one berry in. Where did we lose the berry? Oh, it was in my inventory in the cunning cave when we died. It was unfortunate. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I've only gotten one other Rhinogothia before, and it was kind of the same situation. I didn't have the right stuff, so it came out low. So I've only ever had 2 very low Rhinogothia. But eventually we'll get a good one. Now I guess I need to try to go get a gig on a Karcha so that I have those eggs, because unfortunately it seems that that'll be the luck. Oh yeah, this is a community server that I threw up about a month ago for my Patreon and TikTok subscribers. So it's just a PvE server. But yeah, one that I host for. Got about 15 people on it. Probably only about 4 or 5 that play regularly, but yeah, that's what we're playing on. Baby Rexes. Yeah, I've honestly never tamed a Karcha, so that'll be a little bit new to me as well. I've had plenty of Gigas before, but I've played a lot. I just never I don't know when the Karcha came out. I feel like it was after I did a lot of my like ASE playing, and then even when it did come out, or like I've already done a full island playthrough, I just never even came across one. So I didn't have one. All right, you should be able to be packed up now, so let's do that. What's up, Carson? How you doing? Hey, Carson, are you the Carson that was asking for the rates yesterday? I tried to message you at the end of the thing. Okay, I don't know if you saw my message then. I tried to send you a message because I heard you ask the question, or I saw you ask the question right when I closed the stream, but I was going to say, if you didn't already, if you go to my link tree in my bio, there's a link for my Discord server, and if you go there, I have my like server configs and the mods I use. All that stuff is posted, so you can actually see the config files that I use if you want to look at the rates and stuff. I think that's what you were asking for. All right, so unfortunately that did not turn out exactly how we wanted it, but I mean, we got a Rhinogothia, I guess, so that's something. It's just not a very good one. What do I do for work? I'm in IT, so I work at it's a plastics company that does plastic injection molding, and we make like the machinery that does plastic injection molding, but I'm in the IT department, so I work with servers and all the IT goodness. And good, Carson. I'm doing good. It's a Friday night. I'm always good on Friday. What happened to Gary White Shadow? It was unfortunate. We went to do, so I was just saying how I did all those caves. Well, when we went to do the Cunning Cave, that other, like the what they call the harder underwater cave, I honestly wasn't expecting it to be too hard because our Brute Cave has been overspawned like crazy, and I only witnessed that in the Brood Cave, even in my previous playthrough on Ascended. So when I was going into the Cunning Cave, I kind of went in a little cocky, like I was just thinking this is going to be easy compared to the overspawn. Then it was overspawned. It was overspawned like the Brute Cave was. And I got surrounded, my Bassie got killed, and since I wasn't expecting it to be that difficult, I stupidly didn't, like, I had a bunch of good gear on me. I had, yeah, that's a flying, basically a flying house, yeah. It's not pretty, but I built this on my first Quetzal that I tamed because I use this to catch more Quetzal, and now that I have more Quetzal, I'll end up breeding another one, and then I will make a prettier looking mobile base. This was just functional. But yeah, so White Shadow, Gary was in my inventory, unfortunately, and I couldn't get back. I tried to go back 2 different times. I took a second Basilosaurus and lost that, and then I went back with 3 Megalodons and I lost all of those. So it was very unsuccessful. And so the berry Gary didn't really die, I guess. He just got lost in my inventory. Well, also with one of my Argents. I think it was Talon. So we lost Talon, we lost an Otter, we lost three Megalodons, 2 Bassies. The good news is I don't really take anything that I don't like breed from. So, you know, Gary was one of the berries that we bred up. The Bassies were bred up. I think the only loss was the Megalodons, but it was because I didn't even really have very good Megalodons. They were just the 3 that I tamed around my base. And they weren't that good to begin with, so I didn't start breeding those. So those weren't a big loss. The gear was probably the bigger loss. And it did just obviously stink losing all those things at the same time, I guess. Sounds good, Carson. If I don't see you, have a good night. Otherwise, thanks for hopping in. Dakota, this is an unofficial PvE server that I have set up for my Patreon and TikTok subscribers. I think Bentley, I think you asked about playing. Yeah, if you end up subscribing to TikTok or Patreon, not at all pushing anyone to do that, but that's what allows you access to the servers. And that's just because it helps me then afford to keep doing them, because I do rent them from Nitrado. I don't know why I'm saying them. We only have one at the moment, but I want to eventually do a eventually would like to do a cluster. I just got to figure out, like I said, how to afford that, because I don't make any money off of content creation yet. So the little bit of money that I get from the subs is how I'm able to like pay for the server and all that. But anyways, we're back home. Let's raise up this Rhino Gothia, even though again it's not a very good one. But it's still one, and I've really only played with one for a very short time before, so I'm still excited, I guess, to see it. It just stinks that we didn't have the 2 things that it wanted, and that's of course what it asked for. All right, here you go, Rhino Gothia, get out there. Measly level 37. All right, you just stay here. Put you on passive. I think these eat both, don't they? They all eat meat or berries or something like that. 100. Maybe. Oh, you're a juvenile, so you're gonna be able to eat from my feeding trough anyways, I think. Yeah, I think you're fine. I pay for a server for me and one other guy. It gets a little boring sometimes. We've had a hard time finding more people. Yeah, honestly, White Shadow, I've played by myself like 90% of the time. I played official when I first started, you know, years ago. And then when I just got tired of doing the official rates and just dealing with, like, you know, other people on official. You know, you have the pillar spamming everywhere, which isn't fun. Even if you're doing PvE like I usually do, you'd still have people that would grief you and stuff. So ever since then, I started doing solo servers that maybe I would get, like, a coworker, a close friend, or like my wife occasionally might play, but very, very seldomly. So honestly, most of the time I just played solo. So this has actually been pretty fun coming on this server, because it's got some people, but it's not totally wide open. And the people that do join, since they, you know, they're paying a few dollars to even be able to play by subscribing, I feel like it's a little bit better of a community. It's not just a bunch of random people popping in causing trouble. So far so good. I've been enjoying it. All right, yeah, in 3 minutes, looks like you want carrot. Not that imprints are really going to matter for this thing, but oh, they do the second, because they're already juvenile at that point. Yeah, I honestly didn't pay attention. We threw it in the cryopod real quick, and then I released it. And we have our rates turned up quite a bit for all the breeding stuff. Normal stuff, like we have 3 times taming, 3 times resource gathering, and 3 times XP. But for all the baby stuff, we have it turned up quite a bit, because that's another thing. Doing content creation, breeding and stuff just takes way too long. I want to be able to like get stuff done every night that I log in. So the breeding stuff's all turned up pretty darn high. All right, so that's that, I guess. What settings do I recommend for breeding? I mean, it totally depends, Dakota, on what's up, Alexis? On the style you want to play. Like I said, for me, it's just so slow. And since you have to basically like sit around your house while it's happening too, I think that's what makes it the least fun. I mean, I guess taming's kind of the same way. I mean, I guess if you get something in a decent trap, then it's not a big deal. But like ours is turned up, it's significantly higher than that, I think. Honestly, I'd have to look. It's been a while since I set it up, but it goes pretty fast. Like most things will grow within 15 or 20 minutes. Egg laying, if I put 2 things on breeding, they'll lay an egg like instantly. Egg hatching is depending on the creature anywhere from like a minute to like 2 minutes or something like that. But the imprints are all set up to where I can usually, I think on every creature I've ever tried, I can still get my imprints. So it all works. It's just it's again significantly faster than any official rate for sure. And again, anybody that's interested in the exact settings I have, I said it earlier, but if anyone new is on here, I posted my configs on my Discord server. So there is a link in my bio. There's a link tree, I should say, in my bio. If you go to that, my Discord server is one of the links in there. If you join the Discord server, it has all my links. Well, we just got it, Alexis, and unfortunately, it did not come out very good. It was a 110, but if you've never, and I'm guessing since you're asking that, you've probably never tamed one. And don't worry, I've only tamed one before, and it came out just as bad as this one. It's a lot. Like, you have to have a good level female Rhinogothia. Actually, let's start that over. You have to find a male Rhinogothia. You have to kill it, and you get its pheromone, which is like an item that you get when you kill it. Then you have to find a good level female. You have to get it down to like, I think it's under 10% health or something around those lines. You have to get it down to 10%. Then you have to have a good creature, like a super beastly Bronto that you put a bunch of health and a bunch of good stats into. And then you feed it the pheromone when it's less than 10%. And then the female will impregnate you. The Bronto, I should say, not you. Then while you're impregnated, your creature that is impregnated will ask for certain cravings, which is a bunch of weird stuff. You can see in my otter, almost everything that's in the otter's inventory here. Actually, I don't know if you can see that if it's cut off on the TikTok side, but all the different kibbles, black pearls, gas, element, Quetzal eggs, all sorts of things it might ask for while it's raising the baby. You have to have all of those things to get it to like level all the way up. Unfortunately, I had everything but a Karcha egg or a Giganto egg. And unfortunately, the first thing that this 110 female that impregnated my Bronto wanted was a Karcha egg. So, needless to say, I was not able to feed it. So we got a terrible level. But again, it's only the second one I've ever had, so I'll still finish it just so that we have one. This will be the first one on this server for me, but second one I've ever tamed, period. ASA, yes sir. Oh, you can do all that stuff in the are you talking about in the that new, what's it even called? I just blanked on what the name was. The little community thing that you can pop in or whatever with the games and stuff. I haven't popped in there yet. I'll have to check that out eventually, but I've been getting crazy bugs because our Brontosaurus have 40k. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what and I don't know, does like, is it just base stats or is it after you also level it up? Because I didn't honestly know that. I didn't know what the if level ups mattered or if it's just your base stats. Okay, that's kind of what I figured because that's how most other things work, but I wasn't entirely sure. Yeah, mine only has 20k. Man, 40k base stats. That sounds pretty crazy. Without any level ups. How many points in would that be? Or do you have higher? A lot of mutations, maybe? Just a ton of mutations, I guess. Because what is? What is this? I mean, I know it's not. It's probably not like a great Bronto, but that seems really high. Because yeah, that's 37 points, which obviously isn't that isn't fantastic. I mean, you can get up to 50 or something. So I guess, but if you had like a something around a 50 and then you had some mutations in there, yeah. So it looks like I have 37 points into there, and I already have one mutation. So I'm basically 39 points. Either way, it would have been a much better level had we had any of the had the Karcha egg that I was unfortunately wanting. Hey Connor, thanks for the roses. I didn't see those come in. Apologize if that was quite a bit earlier, but either way, thank you. I appreciate that. But get you back, Bronto. Well, like I said, it's a little bit of a bummer here, but that's all right. Let's get some messages are in my way here. 3 things: level, rhino, level of rhino. Yep. So that's why we had a 110, which is the best I found so far. Drag weight, a Bronto is good, and then it had pretty decent base stats. I just unfortunately, like I said, missed the cravings. Yeah, and that's what we were missing. Like I said, I had everything. Every other craving that they might want other than Quetzal eggs and Karcha eggs, and unfortunately the first thing it asked for was a Karcha egg, so we were in trouble. Yeah, the plant species X, these are just these plants here. You find the seeds like in the swamps. There's probably some other spots, but if you get them in the swamps, you can you put them in a large crop plot and then give them fertilizer, water them, and once they grow, you have a handful of settings like your targeting distance. You can ask it if it's gonna what it's gonna attack. So if you're playing PvP, you can do like only survivors. You can do only wild creatures if you don't want to attack survivors. Survivors, mounted creatures, etc. There's a handful of settings here on what you want it to target. This is just a PvE server, so I do only wild creatures. Only thing with that is you got to make sure you don't bring something you're trying to tame back to your base, because then they will shoot the creature you're bringing back to your base until you tame it. A graphics card. This is a 4080 Super, Levi. And did I ever play PvP? Not really. I popped in a time or two when I first started, like years ago. But it's really not my style, though. As you can see, like I like building. Like that's honestly one of my favorite parts, is just building, like aesthetically or whatever. Which isn't very compatible with the PvP experience. And nowadays, I work full-time. I have 2 kids, so it's hard to... I can't keep up with that kind of stuff. I just log in at night to relax and have some fun. So, like I said, I like building. I like breeding. I like collecting the creatures. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do. And thanks, guys, for the follows. I think I saw a few different things come in there. Jokester, Air TV Dragon, I think. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'll give my nightly for anybody watching. If you guys do want to see the live screen, and thanks Peacekeeper, sorry. If you guys want to see the full screen, I know it's cut off on TikTok, but I have the full screen on my YouTube, on Twitch, or on Kick. All of those links are in my bio in the link tree, so feel free to check those out. My YouTube also has some episode type content, so if you're ever interested in that, you can check that out too. Yeah, I see you. I see you over there. Oh, I wasn't reloaded. All right, we're going to the pike. Good thing it's an ascendant pike. Is this your own PvE? Yeah, this is a server that I started about a month ago for my TikTok and Patreon subscribers. The best way to play PvP? What do you mean? What's the best way to play PvP? When you have no time, is that what you're saying? That's a hard way to play PvP. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been a big PvPer in a lot of games. I'm more of like a story-driven type player, I guess. All right, so that rhino was our main plan for today. Like I said, I was hoping it was coming out better. Cooked meat. Let's go do that. I just want to get the imprints. And the 200, man. Holy cow. And I enjoy it, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy, like, I've watched some people play PvP, like, it definitely looks cool at times, but like I said, my enjoyment, I like just sitting here building. And when you're in PvP, like, when I watch people play, even though I enjoy the content and watching everybody do what they do, like, most of the time the building is just, like, pillars everywhere and just crazy, crazy wall, because everything's built defensively. It's usually not as, like, aesthetically pleasing, I guess, but it is cool. Like I said, I'm not against it by any means. Just not my style, my man. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll take another stab at it. But we got all these new maps coming out, so I plan on playing the playthroughs. Kind of my normal style. Alright, unfortunately, we're kind of stuck on imprint duty here. Like I said, our imprints are pretty close together, so there's not too much we can do. maybe we poke our head out with a Bassie and see if we can find... Oh, not there. Actually, let's put away a lot of this craving stuff real quick, because I had all this in my inventory for what was supposed to be a good rhino, but unfortunately, like I said, we didn't get a good one. Let's put all our stuff back. Steaks. Oh, this is the steak stuff. Jokester, this is just the island. Oops, wrong button there. That. Put away our kibbles. I guess the extra honey can go in there too. It's gonna expire soon anyways. That. Guess we'll throw the cat's eggs in here for now, just in case we find another one somewhat soon. We're gonna be grabbing the same stuff here. Put some of our trap pieces down. Those. And we'll just drop our random resources in here too. Bam. Alright, all cleaned out. Let's grab our Bassie maybe. Let's grab some scuba gear. Oh, those are saddles. Go here, scuba. Tank. Let's grab one more tank just in case. Good to go there. Where you at with your imprints here? 3 minutes. Isn't a whole lot of time. You know what we'll do? If I left it here. Let's check real quick. I did find, not that it's that great, but we did get a ramshackle fishing pole, so it's a little bit better than the other rods that we had. So let's grab some bee honey. I think I don't know if leech blood is actually better. I don't know. Let's give it a try, just for funsies. You got 2 minutes. Let's go do like a fish, and then we'll come back. Been playing Ark for long. Yes, I've played Ark since it first came out. On and off though, of course, not like the entire time, but I got it when it first came out, and I do remember I didn't get to play it a ton right off the bat because my computer didn't handle it very well. So I remember wanting to play it, and it looked awesome. I was super excited when I popped in and saw like the creatures and stuff, but like I said, my computer didn't handle it very well. So played it for a bit, gave up on it, and then maybe like a year or so later, I had a better computer and started playing it a lot more. Got hooked, played a bunch of it. Then just throughout the last whatever eight years or however long it's been out now, I've just played it on and off. I always come back to it. One of the few games that I'll just like play over and over again, and I'm like just as excited every time I go back to it. I see you all down there. Just someone's got to take a bite. Same here, playing console, also having access to mods. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been PC, so luckily I've always had access to mod. I mean, other than my official days, of course, but once I started doing my own server, I've always done some mods. Some playthroughs more than others, of course, and then other ones I play a bit more vanilla, but it was always nice to have, especially on ASE, it was nice to have just the, even like, what was it, I'm blanking, S Plus, because the building was so bad on the original. And thanks for the follow, Ark, I appreciate that. Tried the one that's like Primal Fear on ASA. It's not as confusing as Omega. Me, I haven't yet, Immortal. Like I said, I've played pretty close to vanilla so far. But again, eventually I'll definitely be checking out all those. Actually, let's go check our Rhino real quick here. The only one I hopped in that one day, and I think you might have been on, was that Survive the Night or whatever, but that was just a quick. I played that for like 2 nights just to check it out, but didn't play it like long term or anything. All right, 11 seconds. We'll see what our next one is. Garuga. I know the name. I can't picture which ones are his. Are his the creature mods? Or, 'cause I know that I've definitely heard the name. I just can't picture which ones are his. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so I started, there was a server that I started that I first put all those on, when Ascended first came out. But then when I started streaming and stuff, I took that off because I was trying to stay a little bit more vanilla. And I would probably put them in if it wasn't for the fact that now they're coming into the game, like, officially. So at this point, I'm just kind of waiting for him to officially come into the game, versus adding the mod in. If they weren't coming, I would have probably added them then, but like I said, now I'll just wait till they come in. But I did do on my center playthrough that I'm gonna start on my YouTube channel here soon. I did add a couple, like I did that jumping spider one. I did that little gecko looking thing. And I'm probably gonna add a few more because I think the center is a good map to do some more mods because it's not one of the like official maps, and it's so close to the island, like in the design of it, I guess, or the style of play, that I think I'm gonna do more mods in that series than I will on the other traditional maps that come out. So we'll probably have some more creatures on that one. Well, that was fast. All right, go double check here. We got 3 minutes. Let's go throw our stuff in the water. As soon as that's done with it. Actually, how far are you on imprints? Hoping I only need like 1 or 2 more. Actually needs quite a few more. Gosh dang it. Playing it since it came out, the views are just as breathtaking as the island. Oh, on the center? Yeah, I wanted to start it the day it came out, but I unfortunately had a lot of stuff just going on, and then I had started this server not too long before that with the like I said, with some Patreon and TikTok subscribers, so I definitely wanted to get poor Pterodon got shot down. I wanted to get a good foothold on the server since I had other people joining me, so I didn't want to bail out and spend all my time on the center. But I'm gonna be starting it soon for sure. We've got a pretty decent amount of progress on this server now, that I won't feel too bad if I escape every now and then to go do my center stuff. All right, you stay there, but you can go on neutral. Yeah, and I mean, eventually I might try to cluster and even have the community people be able to jump between the servers, but for the moment, just based on trying to figure out a way to fund the rental of the servers and stuff like that, I don't know, probably hold off for a little bit. And plus, like I said, we all kind of just started this one not too long ago, so we'll get a little bit more out of this before I hop onto a new one. But I will be doing, like I said, my own private playthrough on the center, though. Are you using a cryopod mod? Nope, I'm just using the official. We are on PvE settings though, so we're able to just launch and release. Oh, and I do have like the config file settings that take away all those requirements of like the cryo fridges and stuff. So it's not, the configuration is modified, but it's not an actual mod. Let's put your little protection wall up. Make sure you don't get damaged there. I believe you can, Carson. I don't know the exact directions on it. I think I was talking to somebody in another live stream. Maybe there's like a mod you can download or something you can do that gives you easy access to doing those modifications. But I don't know 100%. Like I said, I've always been PC. I know how to do it there. I just don't know how you handle config files on the console. I'm sure there's tons of tutorials and stuff out there, so you might just have to look that up. But yeah, if you can find out where and how to modify that, I'm sure you can probably do all the same types of setting changes. I guess let's just cook this. It's all gonna go bad anyways. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. Very cool. Yeah, like I said, anybody that's into Ark and whatever, if you want to join the Discord there, you can definitely check it out. Like I said, we got all people in there that are all into Ark for the most part. And I mean, in general, I like all survival games. And I'll probably eventually play some other ones on my channel. It's just with Ark Ascended, I mean, Ark being one of my favorites, and then with Ascended being still new and still coming out with content, you know, fairly frequently for the amount of time it takes you to complete a map. I'll probably be doing this for quite a while, but eventually I'll do some other survival stuff. So long story short, anybody that's into gaming, survival gaming, Ark, feel free to join. There's always people in there chatting about Ark. There's people that play on my server, but you also don't have to be on the server. You don't have to pay any of the subscriptions to be in the Discord. There's guys that post pictures of their builds and stuff on there. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on. You could definitely hop in if you guys are interested. And I'll also update. There's a channel in there that I'll update whenever I come out with new content, so you guys know where the new content is. Like if I post a YouTube video or if I do something on TikTok or somewhere else, you can find it there too. Yeah, I appreciate anybody that hops around and supports any way you guys can. I'm pretty new. For anybody that hasn't been here yet, I've only been doing content creation stuff for a handful of months now, so I'm still pretty new at it. But I've been having fun. It's been a lot of fun. Awesome, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you so if anybody is interested in joining, if you go and subscribe, and yeah, Patreon is my preferred if you are doing a subscription, because they take some small percentage of the subscription, whereas TikTok takes like 70% or something crazy like that, or 60%. So I appreciate it if you do Patreon. But either way is fine. But the one thing, just to let you guys know, if anybody does join, there is a delay. Like if you join today or whatever, I have to add you to our server's whitelist, and then the server will restart in the middle of the night, and after that restart you'll be able to play. But it does take that restart before you'll be able to hop in. But once that's done, you're in. It's a whitelist server, so it's pretty safe. There's not like random people hopping in and out. Don't worry about passwords getting out and stuff like that. So a little bit of a pain getting in initially, but once you're in, like I said, I feel like it's a safer environment, or a better server to be on, more protected. Yeah, there we go. All right, the murkiness of the water, and I'll say what I say every time. I know we can turn off the fog. I try not to. I like to keep it natural, guys. Yeah, agreed, man. Like I said, a little bit of a pain that first night, because I know a lot of times people are in the live stream and they're excited to play, and I get that, and I would love to have people be able to hop in, but I know passwords end up getting distributed to people they shouldn't get to. And then also, that's just, I think it's easier to get hacked that way. There's a lot of people I know that have had password protected servers, and there's always just somehow random people that end up in there, griefing everybody and causing problems. But whitelists, I don't think that's, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to hack in there somehow, but I think it's a lot harder. And I don't know that I've ever seen it. What's up, Samuel? I think I recognized your name before. You weren't already following? What the heck? I'm just kidding. Thanks for the follow, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, whitelisting. That's what the server is, if that's what you're asking, or what I'm talking about there, Trey. I did try. There was this one mod that was in that was on CurseForge that I found that was called I think it was called Gatekeeper, and it was supposed to give you the ability to like the cluster is whitelist. Yeah, if you're talking about mine, Trey. Oh, and this isn't even a cluster yet. This is just one server at the moment. But eventually I'd like to have a cluster. But yes, it is. It's whitelist only. And whitelist based on, again, if you're a Patreon subscriber or TikTok subscriber, then I'll work with you to get your ID. I add you into the whitelist, and then yeah, you're able to get in, and it's locked down from everybody else then. So it's a pretty clean server. There's not a bunch of I guess server trash around from people hopping in and out and leaving pillars and leaving, you know, that's what a lot of people comment, how clean it looks flying around. You have couple different bases here and there, but there's not all the, like I said, the extra garbage that comes along with being a open server. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Eat the sad Pterodon that unfortunately got taken out by my protection. See, I like using the auto turrets because you can actually selectively say what things for it to attack. What's fighting you? Got Manta down there? Oh, you're having trouble hitting it. Let's go get you the piranhas. Should have figured it would be piranhas. So to join, I sub on YouTube and then you whitelist me. Well, YouTube, I'm not monetized yet, so you can't actually subscribe on there. I mean, you can follow the channel, but I don't have like channel memberships. That would be what the paid equivalent is, I think, on YouTube. But Patreon is like a membership that you pay $3 to support the creator or whatever. If you do that, then you get it. Or on TikTok, you can subscribe, so not just follow, but there's like a subscription that you can do, and then it gives you access to the server if you do that. Like I said, never push anybody to do that, but that's what's out there if anybody would like to. I'm losing my voice here. I might have to grab a cough drop here in a second. Hold on. Yeah, down the road, I might try to change that up and be able to like provide, you know, a free environment or something like that for people to hop in. But like I said, twofold. I like the idea that it's a little bit more selective so that the server stays a bit more clean. The people that decide to join are a little more, I guess, inclined to be friendly on the server. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man, that was loud. Sorry. And then the other thing is, like I said, I don't make any money yet on content creation, so just paying for the servers and stuff are part of the reason to require that too. So just gets it going, especially because, again, eventually I want a cluster, and that's going to be then even more money because you have to have additional servers for the cluster too. So it all just takes money. One day, if I'm a big streamer, hopes and dreams, you know, then maybe I can afford to just put it out there for free. But thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so if you're in the Discord there, just send me a... Are you playing on PC or console? I don't know if I'm saying... Is it Nico? Would you go by Nico? Hey, White Shadow, is your... I guess give me the name of your server, and is yours just unlocked then? Is it password protected or anything, White Shadow? Morgan, yeah, this is called Cliffin's Backpack Mod. It's kind of my go-to as opposed to doing a stacking mod, because I feel like the stacking mods are a little like overpowered. It's usually like too big a stacks with too little weight. This I thought was a good alternative. It gives you, yeah, it looks cool. I think it's something they should have just had in the game. That makes sense. You're always carrying a bunch of stuff. Why not have a backpack, right? But then it also, it comes with 3 tiers of backpacks as you level up, and each one gives you like a better weight reduction. So this is the highest one you can get, and it's giving you, so it looks like 35% item weight. So what is that? 65% weight reduction essentially. Once you get to this tier 3 backpack. So it allows us to carry, it buffs our weight a bit, but without changing stack sizes and not being like completely overpowered. So yeah, I like that mod. I think it's pretty cool. So I guess just as a quick pitch here, for anybody that does want or is looking for a server, White Shadow, did you say is it PvE or PvP? Type the name in here. Okay. Shadow Arc. All right, guys. I just posted a name in the chat there on the TikTok side because I have a guy named White Shadow on the YouTube side, so you guys can't see the comments there, but he said he's got a open PvE server for anybody that's interested. Sorry, there's stuff popping up on my thing. If anyone's looking for a free PvE server to join and check out, he said he's got his open, so feel free to join his. I don't mind pitching that out there. Like I said, if I could do them for free, I would, but my like I said, to keep the community going and funded, I got to do it that way. But he's a good guy over there. If you guys are interested, feel free to check that out. So it's called Shadow Arc is the server name. Feel free to check that out. All right, cooked meat jerky. Did I grab that? In here, right? Yeah, cooked meat jerky. There we go. All right, give us another 19%. Again, the level on this, I know it's not even really worth imprinting, but I don't know. I don't know how long before there's only ever like 1 or 2 on the map. I mean, I guess we could go on a killing spree. I mean, maybe we'll even go do that. Maybe we'll try to go hunt some. Because if we don't kill them, there's only ever 1 or 2 on the map. So to find another good level is kind of rare. Anderson, are you talking about the thing I was just feeding? The Rhinogothia? Yeah, if you're asking about that, it's in the swamps, yep. You can't miss them if you're in the swamp because they sound like a giant like Black Hawk helicopter. And their wings flutter like crazy. You either usually catch the wings, like you either see them in the distance or you hear them when you're in the swamps. Yeah, honestly, and so I've never really had a good one. I was saying probably before you got in, I've only tamed, I think I've tamed 2 so far. This is my second one, but I keep messing up. I don't ever have the right stuff, so I always get a bad level. But if you get a good one, they're great because they can fly decently fast. Not like super fast, but they fly decently fast. They can carry everything that a Quetzal can if you're familiar with a Quetzal, but then even some bigger stuff. Like I think they can actually even carry a Rex. They can carry vaults and stuff. So like if you have a full vault, well, it probably depends on weight, I would imagine, but you can pick up like a vault and move it with the stuff in it. They can fly. They can go in the water. They like fly down into the water. You can kind of swim and attack in the water too. They're pretty crazy. Like I said, I've never really had a good one though, so I can't tell you like personal stories, I guess, of using one because I just always have a terrible level, but yeah, I think so, because I think they're faster than the Quetzal. Maybe kind of Argent-ish. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really gotten to use one enough to really know. I mean, we'll find out here in a little bit once this one gets tamed up. We'll do a test run on it. But again, it's not the best level, unfortunately. So we either need to find another good level female and just take a stab at it with what we have, or again, I need to get some Gigos and Karchas to be able to have the eggs for that. Like I said, that's the only thing I didn't have, and I was just hoping that it wasn't going to ask for that, but of course, my luck was not very good on that one. Yeah, no, I'm happy to have one just to have one, especially if I want to carry something bigger. But just a bummer that the first request, even if it would have been like a few requests in so that I got it leveled up a little bit, would have been nice. But it was the first freaking request. Had to be a Karcha egg, which I clearly do not have at this point in the playthrough. Yeah, sorry this is kind of boring. We're just sitting around, but I got to do what I got to do to get this guy bred up. The last couple days we've been doing cave runs, so I was doing a little bit more exciting stuff, I guess. We did, I think the last 3 live streams we were doing caves, and then we did the Broodmother last night. Like I said, I've had a lot of adventurous stuff lately, but not at the moment. We're kind of just sitting around waiting for this thing to tame up. I mean, we did tame it, but it wasn't that exciting. Live streaming on something else. Yeah, Anderson, if you go to and thanks, by the way. I don't think I said that, or I didn't see the gift come in there. Thank you, man. If you go to Best Cave Runner in ASA, definitely, are you talking about creature wise? At first, I thought you were jokingly saying that I was, and I was like, that's definitely not true, but I'm guessing you're asking for creature. Anderson, yeah, if you go to my, there's a link tree in my bio on TikTok, and there's links for, I live stream on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So any of those, if you have a preference. TikTok has more stuff from me because not only are the live streams there in full screen, but there's also like episode type content out there. But you can also, if you use Twitch, you can use Twitch. Anybody that jumps into Twitch, I think I'm close to becoming affiliate if I had a couple more people watching each day. So feel free to hop into the Twitch side if you want to help me get there. On the YouTube side, I need like a couple hundred more followers to get to the next step on YouTube. So please go over there and follow me. But sitting in there watching, I don't think really matters too much at this point. It's just getting more followers. But Dakota, if you're asking best as far as running the like creature wise, I like the berry for most caves, the baryonyx. It's very strong, it's very tanky, and then a lot of caves have fish in them. And if you're not familiar with baryonyx, if you just eat a couple fish, it heals up really quick. So you could be mid cave, be super damaged, and you can heal up almost instantly if you can find some fish. So I love using them. Thylas are good at different times. I just haven't got like a really good pair of Thylas yet. I have one good Thyla, but I'm missing either I don't know which gender I have, but we're missing the other one, so I haven't been able to breed one up. So Thylas are good sometimes. The Uteranus is good for the which cave is it? I don't have the name. It's the strong cave that's right about somewhere about here. The Ute is good for that one because there's a bunch of Purlovia in there. So to be able to get the Purlovia out without taking you out, you can use the Ute is very good there. Do you cryo them? Yeah, I do. Because we do have the requirements off for like the cryo fridge and stuff, so I do cryo them. I used to do the old school, like you had to breed certain things in the cave. I've done that before too, but no, right now, thankfully, we can cryo them in and out. So it's a lot easier. You guys fighting over there, Argent? Yeah, Megatherium for the bug cave, of course. I mean, I've done the berry in there, but a Megatherium's significantly faster because it just does so much damage with that buff. But the berry can do it. It's just a lot slower. No, this is a community server that I have set up. So there's a handful of people on here. It's just PvE. But I have a handful of people on here that are TikTok or Patreon subscribers. Thanks, White Shadow. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think I got the, like, to get the first affiliate tier or whatever it is for Twitch, it's like you need 50 followers, which I just got that. But then you need, like, 3 concurrent people watching on average or something like that, which I only have, like, 1 or 2 that are usually there. I have a lot more usually on the TikTok side. And probably a couple on the YouTube side, but anyways. The fridge radius thing, yeah, it's a bummer. Obviously we didn't have that on the old Ark, so it was kind of a weird change. I mean, I get it, especially for PvP and stuff. I think that's maybe not such a bad change. But when you're just on a PvE server, you know, having fun, I guess, I don't know. I mean, cryopods in general, I guess, are a little bit weird. In the game, but since they're there and they've been there like that, we're just so used to using them. If they have them, I want to just be able to throw them out. If they didn't exist and we had to do it the old school way, I guess I'd be in caves breeding stuff like I used to. All right, you got your imprint right? 96. All right, we only need one more imprint here. In 4 minutes. Let's go. I was gonna say fishing, but I think I dropped my fishing pole. I could go get it back. We'll catch one more fish for the fun of it. I keep wanting to see, so I never really did arc fishing before. And honestly, at this point, I mean, I know if you get a better fishing pole, it's probably even better. But I just keep waiting to get some piece of gear just to see what you get. But I have yet to get a piece of gear. It's always just resources, and not that many not that many resources, so I don't think it's very super lucrative so far. Oh, gonna have, there we go, leech blood. PC specs. This is a 4080 Super for the graphics card. For the CPU, I have a 7950 a Ryzen 7950 whatever X3D or 3XD. I always get those letters, numbers switched around, but 7950. 64 gigs of RAM, but again, I'm also streaming at the same time too. So like there was a 7800, I think, 3XD CPU that I had first, and it was actually super great for the game, but it struggled with doing the multitasking of streaming and playing the game. It kind of had some issues, so that's why I upgraded to the 7950, and it can handle both of them. But if you're just gaming, the 7800 was great, and it was a good price. The 4080 Super is fantastic, but I imagine like a 4070 Ti would probably be pretty good too. There we go. Yeah, no gear, just some random stuff, random gear. Oh, really? I would have thought the 4070 Ti would do a pretty good job. And I guess depends on the i7, but I mean, an i7's usually pretty decent too. But starving. Eat some cooked meat. I don't want to waste my good super burgers down here. Those are for important times. Our berry. What did we do? My Argent's still out here. What did I do to the Argent? Oh, it's up in the Quetzal cage. I say I forgot what we did with our Argent. Get you out of here. All right, 50 seconds, and then we don't have to worry about him. So we could go, I might go back to the swamps, and we'll just, I guess we'll scope out if there's any other Rhinogothia over there. I'm guessing not a good level, because that would be way too lucky. But if there's anything there that's low level, we'll just kill it to force some respawns so that hopefully someday soon here we could try again. Hopefully get a little bit more lucky this time around. Yeah, it's very hard to see. I actually really like this Argent's colors. So I'm trying to breed them in. This is my actual perfect male and female, or this is a mutated one, a male, perfect female. But then this one is like, it's like I said, hard to see, but it's kind of like a red, white, and blue, or a red, white, and like cyan or something like that. Looks super cool. So I'm trying to get that bred into the line so that I can have those colors on these Argents. But it's still a work in progress here. Guys got a ton of eggs that I gotta look through here eventually. Yeah, a bunch of Rex eggs too that I gotta go through. I got a lot to do there. I was starting to breed my Rexes for the Rex battles eventually. The Megapithecus or whatever. Yeah, Cuddle. I like that. That's a good one. Alright. You need to come back this way a little bit, though. I want you to be a little more protected than where you are right now. Come here. There you go. He's so creepy looking. Uh-oh. We're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck. What is... the Rhino just eating that? I think so. Alright, we're just gonna cryo you up, I guess. Throw you off of me. Yeah, I need to. I had it I had it higher because, or I had it lower because of the walking at the beginning there, but oh well, actually cryoing just did that for me. You want another cuddle? You don't even need another cuddle. All right, let's do that. Maybe let's go put this meat back in my trough. I don't know where we're at. All right, now that that's gone though, like I said, the only other thing we're probably going to do right now is go back to the swamps and just eyeball what's out there. This was really my only goal today, was to get one. We will come back and test this thing out, but it's still got a little bit, and I don't want to just sit here waiting. So let's go see if there's anything we can kill out in the swamps here. While we're over there, I'll do a quick flyby of our community center that I built the other day too. So if anybody hadn't seen that yet, I can show that off to you. The second build that I did. Actually, we'll take a wide swing. I'll show you two things. We'll swing by my starter base because I haven't been there in a long time. It's just a little starter hut, but again, I like building aesthetically, so I think it's a little fancier than most starter huts. So I'll show that off real fast. See what order it's in, because I haven't even been there in a long time. Then we'll swing over to the community center, which is right by the swamps, and we'll see if any Rhinogothia are there. We'll take a look for some Thylas while we're by the redwoods. Right, man. Awesome, man. We'll appreciate that. Have a good night. Thanks for hopping in. But yeah, we'll look for the Rhinogothia, and we'll look for some Thylas and just see what we got. And then we won't do it for too long, because then we're going to come back and we're going to look at the Rhinogothia that we just got, and we'll do a test run on it. That'll probably be it, because it's getting a little bit late for tonight. But at least we kind of accomplished what I wanted. I got one of them. It's just, like I said, wasn't the level I really wanted, but that's all right. I think oh no, I know who that is. Forgot that house was there. All right, let's go see. What's that? The Thylas or the Rhinogothia? Have it follow you or something? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Don't think I have any on me now, but that's all right. Like I said, we're just going to do kind of a quick flyover. Man, those torches are so bright, but this was our little starter hut that I built on the first day when we were on the server here. Again, it's small, but I think it's pretty fancy for a starter base. I named it the West Coast Welcome Center now, because anybody that does load into the server, I believe everything's unlocked. Yeah. So like anybody that spawns in, if they're on this side, they can hop in here and they can use all these different things if they want to. So I thought that was just kind of cool to leave out here as opposed to destroying it. And again, we're on a kind of small server, so it's not like I need to clean up to leave room. So I just left it out there. And again, it's not that big either. But so again, just a little starter hut that people can use. And now we're going to go to the community center, and I'll show you that. The community center started out as I was going to just do like a fishing hut for fun. Again, as I was saying earlier, I never really did a lot of arc fishing, and I was jokingly saying it on a live stream, and then we were talking about making a hut. And yeah, so it started as a fishing hut, and then I decided to just turn it into a community center because we've been talking about creating a community center. So I just turned them both into one. So it's kind of a little fishing hut you can go to. It's a community center where people can trade things, share things, give extra gear that they don't need, resources and stuff like that. And it was just fun. Like I said, I like building, so it was just a fun project to do. Yellow drop coming down, or is that's a drop? Like, keep our eye out this way too. See if we see any Rhinogothias flying around. I don't think so, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna cut in here real quick first. All right, let's keep our eyes out. And I know the Super Spyglass does that little thing where it lights up creatures. Again, I try to play fairly vanilla, so we're gonna not do that. We're just gonna take the risk and hope, especially in this fog, that we don't get lit off. If we do, we're just gonna have to deal with it. That's how the game goes. But we're almost at that. The community center's right here, anyways. There we go. All right, so here is the community center / fishing hut, whatever you want to call it. Got the nice little dock here that you can come sit and fish, and apparently have a galley pull up next to you. Let's fly up here a bit. This is kind of a landing pad, so if people take flyers here, you can land here. And again, kind of like the other, man, I got a bunch of little stuff in the base here for some reason. Again, I have everything unlocked here, so if you didn't have these things made yet and you wanted to come here and use them, there's a forge, there's a grinder. Again, you can land up here and be pretty safe because I have everything gated off from the all the terror birds and stuff that try to get around here. In here, I'm still going to do more decorating. We got the poker table if somebody wanted to do that. This is the only part that's kind of my private. I have this locked because it's my cryo fridge if I'm here. My bunk bed, and one chest that I have with just my stuff in it. But besides that, like the beer barrels are unlocked. All of this stuff is unlocked. So you have all of the different crafting stations. Some fridges, cooking pot. We got some vaults for, like I said, if people want to trade. Yeah, see, it looks like people have already been dropping stuff off, which is awesome. I should take a look here real quick to see if there is anything good that I need. I don't think I need any of this, but yeah, so see there's gear in here already. Like we've had some of the stuff I put in, but I'm pretty sure somebody added some of that cementing paste. And you can drop some creatures here too if you want. So again, just kind of a little spot that we can all share the stuff we have. Extra little porch out here just for fun. And I can't believe how many creatures are back here, but I got a beehive, and I didn't plant the crops yet. Really? I'm gonna have to kill you, even though you're a 130. Oh, there we go. I finally got out. I will plant crops here, so we'll have crops here, and this will be unlocked too, so people can grab crops. And another side that you can fish off of. But yeah, that is the current community center situation. I think it's pretty cool, except I'm gonna do a little bit more decorating to it, but I think it looks pretty good. Go grab our argent, and I think the sun's starting to come up, which is nice. That'll help us out a little bit. Yeah, that's what it looks like overhead again. Looks pretty good, I think. I do have one tree platform up too with like the with the taps on the trees too. I want to put a couple more so that there's taps, but I'm gonna have those unlocked too, so people can grab sap when they're out here too. So again, cool place if somebody wants to use it. If they don't, you want to get your own stuff. You don't have to by any means, but cool way for us to join stuff or like share extra stuff that we have. Yeah, I've always liked that spot, especially because it's right by that swamp cave there, the bug cave. It's a good spot to like take a break right before and or after the bug cave and like figure out your stuff. So I've always liked having a little hut there. Even on past playthroughs, I usually put a little cabin there. All right, let's see. Peanut Brandon, this is PvE. Yeah, and even if you have good creatures, you end up coming out of it with a lot of resources. Because if you go in it with the frog, you have a bunch of cementing paste. If you go in it with a Megatherium, you have a whole bunch of chitin and stuff. So it's just nice even to have a place to like unload all of that. So yeah, it's a good place. Plus, like I keep for my stuff, like I keep my gas masks there because you need that for the cave. I usually try to keep my Megatherium there. I think I forgot to leave all my stuff there last time, but I usually try to keep all that stuff there so that if I arrive there and I decide I want to run into the cave real quick for drops, I kind of have everything ready right there. See, this is why I love, again, people always ask about turning the fog off in the clouds, but even though it's a pain, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. I just love like the way all the stuff looks like coming through the trees and stuff. It looks so good. I think when we were taming that Rhinogothia, I think I saw on one of these trees, I thought I saw a Thyla. But that was a while ago, so maybe it's not there anymore. But I almost thought I saw one like right around here. Oh my gosh, that's nuts, man. I said I've played official for quite a few years at the beginning there, but I I can't imagine doing that anymore. I need my rates turned up a bit. I can't. Too much time. Too much of a time sink. I don't have that much time. I appreciate that I did it once or like a couple times there at the beginning, just so that you kind of have a appreciation for all the work that you put into it and like you feel the reward when you accomplish something, but it's a lot of work. Or I guess the bummer is not even that it's a lot of work, it's just like a lot of time. Like it's a lot of waiting. So much waiting around. And thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Not hearing any of the Rhinogothia around here yet. They're usually pretty loud. I turn my game audio up in my headset here a little bit. Sure I can hear it. That does sound like a good idea, though, using the rare flowers, maybe flying overhead, but... That one, or is that something else? That one? Sounds kind of weird, but... What is that? Oh, that's just a parasaur. That sounded really weird in my headphones for some reason. Mega POC, you're saying Mega PC? Mega Pith? What is it? Am I missing something? Never done any... Oh, you're talking about the... I missed your first comment there. I've never done any bosses, been raising Rexes, melee based, like going to hit the alpha. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, we did the Gamma Brood Mother last night. I wasn't in any rush to hop to doing alpha. We're just... Plus, since I'm doing all the live streams and stuff, I like to have enough content, so I figure I'll go through all the tiers just to have more times to run through it. More things to accomplish. But I had some pretty good Megatheriums for the Broodmother. I just don't have any good saddles. That's the only thing I'm missing before I want to do like a beta or alpha on that, is I do need some better saddles. I was rocking 99% were just primitive. Yeah, did you see, Gator? Did you see that mine asked for the Karcha egg? I don't know if you were on at that point, but man, it was a bummer. There was a 110, which I mean isn't fantastic, but it's the best one I found. And the first thing it asked for was a Karcha egg. Gosh dang it. I had all the other stuff. Well, the Karcha and the Giga egg. Those are the two things that I didn't have. Oh, I saw it. It's down here somewhere. I had every other thing except those two eggs, and of course, what does it ask for? Holy cow, that is loud. I turned up my audio to hear it. Man, was that loud, that, like, shot. That berry. I always like berries. What level are you? I didn't really see, but that's alright. I'm not looking for that right now. Got a good berry line going. I know. I'm like addicted to trying to catch better berries all the time. Love our berries. Alright, so at least we killed one, so that'll cause a respawn. Let's see if we can find any others around here. I've killed a few males, but I feel like I only ended up getting one pheromone. Like, I don't know what happened to the other pheromones. So honestly, I probably do need to find a male to kill too at some point here. We're not going to sweep for too long, though. I'm going to go to the end of the, like, swamp area right here, and then we're going to cut straight through the redwoods. We'll keep an eye out for some Thylas while we're going through there. And then we'll check, because our Rhinogothia is probably tamed, or all raised up by now, I think, by the time we get home. So it's really the end game of this playthrough here, is to get to trying to ride that. What do we got up here? This glider's base, maybe? Ah, yes. This is John's, I think, right? Nice. I don't think I ever came across this one for some reason. I just always must have missed it. Got a little stash in there. Alright. Cool, cool. Move on. Am I going the right way, or did I get turned around? No, we're going the right way. No, that's why I always berries, wolves. What else am I like addicted to looking at? Berries, wolves, Rexes and stuff, of course. But I just really like berries. I really like wolves. I really like Argents, just because you use Argents so much. I always like, can't help but look at Argents. I feel like there's usually one somewhere around here. Am I even in the right spot, though? Maybe I'm not. I know there's swamp, like, down. Let's go around the corner a little bit. We're going to do a circle. We're going to do the whole circle around here. And then cut through the redwoods. It's going to be the plan. Oh, it's over here. I think right here is where I commonly find them. Be right around this corner. I don't know if always, but I just feel like I often find them over here. Anything? Kind of don't think so. All right, let's cut through. Let's get to that other part of the swamp. Yeah, honestly, I always went with wolves, but this time around I did have some decent sabers before I had wolves, so I actually used it a little bit more than I did in the past. But then I got my berry pretty quick after, and I tend to use my berries all the time for those caves. But I do have a pretty decent saber, and I don't know. I do feel like I need to start using them a little bit more. Maybe my next playthrough, I'll focus on getting some better sabers and just using them. I always tend to go from I saw that Alpha Raptor, but I don't really feel like fighting that right now. I always tend to go from like a Raptor team to a Direwolf team to then once I get my berry, I kind of ride my berry the most. Tends to be my normal like pathway, or what would you say? My normal flow of creatures that I ride. But like I said, I did get some better sabers this time first, so I was riding that for a little bit. Well, and no, I mean honestly, oh there's one. I don't really know what's better. I mean, I do love the wolves, and I've always had good success going around in packs of them. But obviously on the saber, you got the saddle. So I don't know if you're flying solo with a saber, or like solo with a wolf. So solo with either of them, like not bringing multiple. Then I don't know. The saber's honestly probably better if you have a really good saddle on it. But if you have the pack boost of going with multiple wolves, then obviously that's probably more powerful, and that's what I'm usually doing. I usually always have multiple wolves with me when I go out, or when I go to caves and stuff. Alright, so we killed 2 of you. That's usually about all that's on the map at a time. But I don't know how quickly they respawn, so we'll start heading towards the redwoods. If we happen to catch another one, then we'll check it out. Kill it if it's low or a male. Yeah, definitely, like I said, I think I need another pheromone, though. So even if we find a good female, we're not going to be able to do anything about it until we find a male to kill. Those were both female, I'm pretty sure. So no no pheromone in that. Yeah, wolves in packs are just are beastly. That's why, again, I try to very quickly find a good male and female, start breeding those things up so that I have imprinted, you know, best stats out of a handful of wolves bred together, and then breed up 3 or 4 of them and travel around. And yeah, they're super strong. I used them a ton on my Scorched Earth playthrough, so anybody that watched that knows that. I was always on my wolf pack, doing caves, killing death worms, doing all sorts of things with those things. Not so much on this playthrough because it took me a while to get wolves. Now I have some pretty good wolves, but again, by this time we already had good berries. So it kind of past that point. Scorched Earth doesn't have the berries, so I don't know. I kind of kept using the wolves for that one, but all right. We are gonna cut straight through. If we find any Thylas, or they find us, we'll check their level. If we don't find any, we're just heading straight back, and we're gonna check out that Rhinogothia because it should be, like I said, I think it should be ready by now. Let's scope it out. That's a Chally. Plus the AI pathway update, you don't have to worry as much. Yeah, they're still not perfect, but they are a lot better than they were on ASE. And I will say I've tried to do a pack of you're not gonna land. Do I have to get off of you? I did try a pack of berries before. Not that, you know, they don't get any pack boost or anything like that, but I was just trying to go in numbers just to keep myself safe. And I have a really hard time having berries follow each other. They run all over the place. They're crazy. So that their pathing is not very good. But the wolf packs and raptor packs that I've used quite often in Ascended have all worked pretty well. Oh yeah, I haven't. That's a bummer if the Aloe's bad, because I know they get a good pack boost too, don't they? Anything that is a pack boost, that's a bummer if they're not following each other right. This is where Boomer's been working. I know he's been sharing some pictures in our Discord server. Oh, looks like the door's open. Let's go see. Is Boomer on right now? Boomer, you on the chat? I can cheat and see. Oh yeah, he's on. Let's go poke our head in here. I don't know if he's in the TikTok or not. Here's somebody. He's probably not even there. Go wave to somebody who was over here. Can I come wave? This is one of, I believe Boomer plays with his 2 kids. They're too busy looking at, there we go. Now Boomer sees it. Look at the otter team. Go to local here and say, yeah, I don't know if he's in the chat. Doesn't seem like it because he's not. He usually comments. Looks super cool though. I love the he did the lights behind the beehives. They look super cool. Sorry, what are the server player stats like? Server player stats. Guess I'm not sure what you're referring to. Like player stat wise, like there's nothing modified from vanilla. If you're talking about like, do I boost the like different like stamina and stuff? I don't. So it's just whatever's the base. I mean, if you want to look at like what I have, like, so pumping up. I mean, with what I've pumped up, I have 500 health, 200 stam. 400 weight, but again, we have the backpack, so those help too. 135 melee damage, 34 fortitude. So that's kind of what my breakdown looks like. You just throw something on the floor? Oops. I didn't mean to try to access your thing there. All right, we'll head out. We'll let them do what they were doing. But Boomer just gave me, I think, one of those. If you saw those Argents that were in there that have those awesome colors, I think he just gave me one of those because he was talking about giving me one with those colors the other day. We'll have to check it out when we get home. We'll throw it out. But yeah, it looks super cool. His house looks cool. Very nice. Hello, Pathfinding. Yeah, leader of the pack and do the bleed. Yep. What's up, SS King? How you doing? Oh, auto hide disabled. What does that? I always forget. What key? Hold on. Let's not do what I always do. Let's get down to the ground before I start messing with keys. Always end up dismounting. I know we've all done it. You end up dismounting midair because you're trying to find the right key for something. Just don't remember what auto hide is. There it is. Okay, I think I found it. There we go. Want to get that chat out of there. But I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. It's a Friday night. We're doing good. Getting a little bit late, but we're going to do at least one more thing here. We're going to go back, or sorry, two more things now, because now we got that Argent from Boomer there. So we're going to throw that out so we can take a look at it. Check the stats, check the colors, because I think it's going to be really cool looking. And then we'll check out that Rhinogothia. Again, not a good level. It didn't come out very good, but it's our first one, so that's all right. We'll still check it out and show it off for anybody that hasn't seen one before. Hey Cam, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Appreciate all the support as always, guys. Get rid of the little Quetzal marker there. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, we're flying over. This is Darren's base, who's on the server. I don't think he's in the live chat either. I don't think he's online right now, but he's been working real hard at this base too. Looking pretty good. Looks like a castle. It's very cool. Darren's base. Awesome, I appreciate that. He's got the turrets not on wild only, but we're on PvE, so we're getting hit, but it doesn't actually do any damage to us, so that's okay. But yeah, it's looking real cool. He's used a lot of like the custom, some of the like decorative mods that we have on here. That's where all those like statues I think are coming from. They look pretty cool. I like it. All right. I thought that was, yeah, it kind of does look like a fancy set of ruins. I actually think there might, is there? I know one of these waterfalls I think do have ruins, so I don't know if he built into it, but I mean, no, that's pretty much all stone, I guess, but I thought there, one of those do have some ruins. I don't know if that's incorporated into that or not, but it does look like that. Totally agree. What was that? It's shaking the trees over here. That just a, that was just a teardown that came through there. Oh, or maybe the Bronto. The Bronto was causing some trouble. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta, like I said, I'm excited to get my center playthrough going. I just keep not finding the time, but I definitely need to do it soon here. I'll tell you what got harder is my my daughter, her summer break started, so that that really changed things. I was used to like the days that she was at work, or not at work, when she was at school. if I was working from home, or I'd get off like earlier than she did, or I'd have a lunch break or something, I could record a little bit. But now with her home, then I'm always busy doing stuff with her, so it's a little bit harder. But what's up, Eli? How you doing? I'm doing good. All right, let's go check out our Rhinogothia. Again, not a great level, but it's cool. It's cool. Let's put this Argent away, though, first. Fly into the home. Okay, you're all good. I think I have a really good saddle. Check again. Oh, no, you know what I have? I think I have really good blueprints for it. I don't know that I'm going to waste the resources. Let's go check, I guess, how much they take. I don't know that I really want to do anything too crazy for this. Fiber, metal. Yeah, I'm going to have to go collect stuff for all of these, I think. What's just a normal primitive saddle? Oh, dang, are you okay, man? I mean, you're out of the hospital, so hopefully that's a good sign, but you're all right. Are you joking or no? Holy cow. And what? How, hopefully not too serious. Dang, man. Alright, just a primitive saddle, but it goes along with our low level, Dang, man. That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're okay, though. We're probably gonna need, like, tons of stam and stuff like that, but... Gotcha. Alright, so I haven't even used one of these very much. I do know that they can go in the water, which is kind of cool. Like so. I don't have my scuba stuff on, so you can't see without my mask on. But you can see it flies around, or swims around pretty decently. You can come out. I think you can you like... Yeah, you can like land and kind of just like float around on the top of the water, which is pretty sweet. You can carry some big stuff, although I feel like this Rex, we can maybe do it for a second, but I'm obviously pretty low level, so we don't want to die. What level is the Rex though while we're here? Oh, that's a 135. Don't think you're gonna have better stats than we have, but I also would like to check, so we might want to tame that at some point in time. So I might not mess with that one. Adam, what mod is what? If you're just talking about this creature is not mod. It's actually in the vanilla game. It is called the Rhinogothia, and it is on the island. I don't know if it's on any other map at this point. Is it on the center? Is it in the center anywhere? I don't know. I know it's on the island. It wasn't on Scorched. But it is a native creature to the island. Oh, yeah, good call there, Gator. So Control C. I'm just going to do this as a we're not going to actually take it anywhere, but let's get our stand back here in a second. And then, as Gator pointed out, one of the things it can do is it's got like an armor. It can do like a resin armor, which protects you a little bit. So we'll put that on. We'll try to pick it up. And we'll just show that it can pick up a Rex, which is pretty crazy. All right, so we do this. We do Control C, I think. I don't know how long it lasts. Let's get kind of close here. I don't know. Can I even do it without resin built up? Let's find out. Oh, no, I can't. I can't without resin. I do have sap at home, but it takes some time. Let's just do it for fun. Yeah. Check that out. Picking up a Rex. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure you can, man. I'm sure you can if you have a cluster together. I'm sure I think you can transfer any creatures to and from if you're able to cluster together and whatnot. I don't know on official what's clustered, but obviously if you have unofficial servers, you can cluster them, and I think you can bring anything back and forth. Let's put some sap in here just to show what it does. I don't know. I can't remember how long this takes, but Let's just take like 100 sap, pull it in there. So over time, I don't know if we'll see it, if it's that fast or not, but over time it'll turn, yeah, there you go. It'll turn sap into resin. And then with resin, you can do multiple things. You can do the resin armor that we were just going to talk about. I guess we can show that off real quick now. So Control C. There you go. You can see I kind of got like coated in an armor, and that makes you, I guess, more protected. You can of course attack, and then there's different ways to shoot, which we'll have to check out here in a second. Were you talking about Small Tribes official? I don't know. I know there's some limitation on like they weren't opening all the transfers yet. I don't know if that applies from the center to the island or not. I know from Scorch there was some sort of thing where they weren't doing it yet, but I'm not quite caught up on where that is, because again, I always play on these unofficial servers, so it doesn't really affect me, I guess. All right, there's the melee fire resin, so that's the other option. Can I shoot at something down here? Maybe this Carno. Wait, is that the right button? I thought that was all I had to do. Toggle resin. All right, so that's toggling the type that I'm gonna shoot. Where'd you go, Carno? I don't know if it did it. What did I do wrong? Let's get our stand back first. Definitely need more stamina. Okay, go back up again. Yeah, I do. I have some resin. I mean, it's not a ton, but we have it. You Carno, keep losing you. There we go. All right. There we go. I just wasn't holding it long enough. That was the problem. So you can do that one. You can do control. What does that change to? There you go. Shoots like little darts or something. Now I'm out of resin, but let's see. I think there's one, maybe one more. Let's land again, get a little bit more. There's a taunt. Oh, the taunt actually scares him too. It's a pretty powerful one if it can scare away a Carno. All right, let's do. Can I shoot? Can I shoot from the ground, or we gotta go up? Probably gotta go up. Oh man, that takes so much stam. Definitely need to get more. A better one, honestly. NJ, what's going on, man? Long time no see. What is this one? How do you do this one? I don't know how to use this one. Oh, there we go. Okay. Interesting. All right, cool. Finish killing you. Get our stand back. All right, well, I'm definitely excited to eventually get a better one. Like I said, I was hoping this was going to turn out better, but of course it wanted that Karcha egg, which was unfortunate, but we got one. It's still fun to play with, so it's fine. Oh, no problem, man. No worries at all. I just, it was good. It's good to see you hopping on there. Yeah, honestly, I've only had like one other one before, and it wasn't a good level either. I knew everything that I needed to do this time, so I was more prepared than I was the first time I tried this on my original playthrough on the island a couple months back. But I got very unlucky because the only two things I didn't bring because I didn't have them was a Karcha egg and a Giga egg. And of course, the first thing it asked for was a Karcha egg. All right, Ark, thanks for hopping in. It's been fun. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a good night. And we're actually going to be hopping off soonish here too. This is getting late. Our goal was to get one of these. Again, it wasn't the best one, but it is at least one, so we have one. But yeah, the intent was to get a better one. Just didn't quite pan out. All right, let's get a good view of that guy. All right, guys, like I said, it's a bit late. I need to get to bed, but hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. So if anyone's free, feel free to hop back on tomorrow night. I'll probably be there. I might be on during the day a little bit. I'm not sure, though, because I want to try to get my center playthrough going at some point, too. But as always, guys, I appreciate the support. I hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.
Make a life for myself.